Lntv News Live. This is a 30-minute presentation of major news, views, interviews, comments, and analysis shifting the destiny of Liberia, Africa, and our global village. It's Monday, November 26, 2018. My name is Zokwe Beslekonen, anchoring this edition of the program. In the headlines, President George Manawia commissions 4 circuit court judges, challenges them to be independent. Amid rumors of closure, Phoebe Hospital medical director denies reports but says the facility is short of goods and services, especially drugs. Ongoing investigation into alleged electoral irregularities delays the release of final results from Sano County. And away from Liberia, internal investigation reveals sexual harassment is a problem for women who work at the African Union Commission. These stories plus many other developments are all coming up in the program Lntv News Live. But first, we are taking a short break to be back with the faces of the newsmakers. Welcome back to Lntv News Live. President George Manawia is challenging judges he recently appointed to be independent in the discharge of their duties. President Weah said his government remains supportive of the judiciary and reminded them that they were appointed to serve the Liberian people and not any political party or trap. President Weah spoke recently at the Foreign Ministry during the program marking the commissioning of newly appointed judges in government. Speaking on behalf of his colleagues, Councillor Rolandan assured that they will uphold the rule of law. Phoebe Hospital Medical Director Jefferson Sibley is calling for the timely supply of goods and services to serve patients, but noted that at no time did the hospital administration think of shutting down. Speaking to Lntv recently, Dr. Sibley said the hospital is currently indebted in a tune of $300,000 United States dollars, something he said has caused vendors to stop supplying the hospital.
What we have is that we have serious financial crisis at the hospital.
Financial crisis, what do you mean? Is it that the government is not living up to the support or the budgetary allocation to the hospital?
The government of Liberia provides over 80% of the running costs of Phoebe Hospital. The government is doing well. They're providing the support, but when it comes to goods and services, the support for goods and services is slow. The government is very current with personnel costs, but goods and services is slow, and that has taken us into having huge debts to our vendors, to the point where they are refusing to give us to supply us the basic services that we need to run the hospital.
Goods and services, what are some of the things?
Basically, we need drugs, we need medical supplies, we need fuel, we need food for patient feeding. And in addition to the hospital, we also, as the name implies, Phoebe Hospital and School of Nursing, we run a nursing school. And that support is also coming from the support we get from government.
At the same time, Dr. Sibley said the hospital is currently short of drugs to serve the patients, but Phoebe continues to provide other basic services.
I think it was it generated from concerns that came from citizens. People are coming to the hospital, they know what Phoebe is, they know what they have been getting when they come. They get prescription for the doctors, they go to the pharmacy, they get drugs. But that has changed because we're giving prescription to them to go and buy, because we don't have the drugs. Okay. Honestly, we don't have the drugs that we can buy.
So the issue of closure is not anywhere around.
Yes, that I can pronounce closure of the hospital. That's what I'm saying. I can pronounce closure. I don't have that authority. It has to be the government of Liberia along with the churches that can say we're no longer able to run Phoebe. We'll close it down. But when people see that the basic things that they were getting, that they were normally getting, they're not getting it again, they become they become jittery. They become to worry that this hospital is going down, this hospital is closing. But notwithstanding, we still run some of the key services. We still provide some of those key services. We provide surgical services, emergency surgeries. We provide ambulance service. We pick up patients, pregnant women. We do doing deliveries.
So all of your services at the hospital are still running?
We still running the services, but we can't tell you, say, we'll get you medicine, because you have to go and buy it. And there are a lot of issues surrounding that. There's a lot of danger surrounding people who don't know about medicine going to buy drugs over the counter.
Phoebe Hospital Medical Director Dr. Jefferson Sibley. The Liberia National Bar Association says it is not in a business of speaking for individuals undergoing investigations in the country as perceived by others. National Bar Association's President, Councillor Moses Pega, told this station over the weekend that the association can, however, speak on general issues but not to condemn anyone accused of corruption.
It is still being done that associations such as ours and some institutions here, universities, are established through act of legislature. And I believe the idea is to give it the highest, confer upon it the highest authority, legal authority. And most of those who were practicing law at the time, Winston Henry, Richard Hendricks, Morgan, those people thought that they should do it by way of the legislature rather than going through just an act of corporation. Yeah. Well, the bar is structured like this. Okay? It has what is called the National Convention. The National Convention is the highest decision-making body of the association, and it convenes once a year in November.
Councillor Moses Pega is the president of the Liberia National Bar Association, LNBA. Final results from the Sano County senatorial by-election are to be released following the outcome of the ongoing investigation by the National Elections Commission. According to NEC Chairman Councillor Jerome Kokoya, the Commission is currently investigating a situation from polling place number 1 in Electoral District 2, Sano County. Councillor Kokoya said the situation occurred at the Japwiken Public School in Jepo, where 482 votes were recorded instead of 377 votes. He said records from the polling center were quarantined and that presiding officer Grace Dempson is assisting the Sano County Elections Magistrate in the investigation. Councillor Kokoya said the provisional results released account for 135 polling centers. He said although all 136 polling places have been reported, addressing a news conference recently in Monrovia, Councillor Kokoya also disclosed that Coalition of Liberia Progress has filed a 13-count complaint of electoral fraud and irregularities. The Registrar General of the National Identification Registry of Liberia, Tia Nangwe, says he is receiving a good reception from the public. According to Mr. Nangwe, about 60,000 Liberians have already taken advantage of the national identification process.
You see, the system works with the unique identification. Like the government payroll, we are not cleaning away ID card. The ID card is a small part of the system. the most significant part of the system is the ability to uniquely identify the person. That's valuable for modern economy. Okay? So we sorted that out. Some other situations that we know that look like they have criminal intent, those we turn over to the police for investigation. Okay? So if somebody makes an error, like some of the government employees, I'm getting paid in somebody's name and it was going on for some time, and I thought I could do that, we just tell them, look, you can't do that. That's why I'm here this morning, to inform government employees across the country. You come into the system to register, you come as yourself. With your name, the name your mind gave you, the name your father gave you, the name you're being using as your name. If you're collecting payment, checking another person's name, go and sort it out with the civil service agency in your institution. Before you go to register. Sort it out clearly, okay, before you come and register. Okay? Whether it is Ministry of Education, Health, whichever ministry, and the civil service agency. Your ministry knows your story. They know the reason why you're collecting the check in another person's name. Sort it out. Take your time, sort it out. We'll give you some time to sort that out. But don't come and register in the other person's name. It's a no-no. You don't do that. The system.
Tia Nangwe is the Registrar General of the National Identification Registry. Well, if you have just joined us, this is a reminder that you are watching Lntv News Live, a 30-minute presentation of major news, views, interviews, comments, and analysis about Liberia, Africa, and our one world. Today is Monday, November 26, 2018. My name is Zokwe Beslo Conan, anchoring this edition of the program Lntv News Live. Let's now recap our major stories. President George Manaria commissions 4 circuit court judges, challenges them to be independent. Amid rumors of closure, Phoebe Hospital medical director denies reports but says the facility is short of goods and services, especially drugs. Ongoing investigation into alleged electoral irregularities delays the release of final results from Sano County. And away from Liberia, internal investigation reveals sexual harassment is a problem for women who work at the African Union Commission. Lntv News Live takes a short break to be back with more developments. Welcome back to the program. Thanks for rejoining us. The Executive Director of LIMPAC at the Finance Ministry, Dale Francis Rare, is calling on the University of Liberia to enhance its service delivery at the institution. Serving as guest speaker at the 8th induction ceremony of the Lux in Tenebris Scholars Program, Mr. Rare reflected on the dark days that hampered learning at the University of Liberia.
Difficult periods of the University of Liberia and other institutions of learning also mirror the many difficult periods in Liberia that undermine the delivery of public services at the lower level of governance. These failures in service delivery must be corrected, and correcting them requires the collaborative efforts of the higher learning institutions like the University of Liberia and the students like the honor scholars who can commit research effort to identify policy challenges and the corresponding durable recommendations. This is one of the key objectives for preparing you, the honor scholar, the incoming scholars, the scholars and students, so that you can make sustainable contribution to our national development gender. When the title, the theme of this speech was raised, I noted two keywords, or I noted the keywords sustainable contribution and preparing the honor students.
Dale Francis Ray is the Executive Director of LIMPAC at the Ministry of Finance. Earlier, the Director of Program, Mamawa Freeman Moore, gave the background of the Scholars Program.
Program's vision was born by our former President, Dr. M.M.A. Dennis, whose vision has been realized through this academic program of excellence here at the university. In 2011, he decided to give the university a new vision or trajectory, that is taking some of the brightest students, our Lux in Tenebris honor scholars, and training them with certain skills, specifically research skills, effective communication skills, so that when they graduate, they are poised to represent the University of Liberia. So the program.
Mamawa Moore is the Director of Lux in Tenebris Scholars Program. Still at the University of Liberia, the institution has held its third edition of Lux Talk under the theme Public Policy on Fendale Campus. Addressing the students recently, visiting lecturer Jesse Mongu stressed the importance of public policy as a medium through government executes its programs and agenda.
What is a rundown of public policy? I would say it's an instrument of government. It is the way in which government expresses itself. That's very important. It is also the formal expression, like I said before, but it also the mechanism in which government regulates and gets things done in society, in keeping social order. And then let's go so much. You can see on the board there. It defines who wins, who loses. It is very important that in Liberia, we should know by now who wins and who loses as I go along with the presentation.
Jesse Mongu served as a panelist at a recent program held on the University of Liberia Fendale Campus, Lux Talk. A book titled God's Greatest Assets to Men is about to be launched. Speaking ahead of the launch, the author John Mongo said the book aimed at building the capacity and minds of humans for a successful life.
The entire book is centered around the mind of a human. And no nation will be considered great unless the minds of the people are great. To succeed, to reach your destiny, to enable your dream become a reality, you have to think outside the box. It means that you can't limit yourself because of your surrounding or because of what you can see. You have to use your mind to explore other avenues. You have to use your mind to reach where your eyes can reach. You have to use your mind to get what your physical hands can get. And so the whole book stresses the importance of the full utilization of the human mind. When you use your mind properly, you can be able to achieve your dream, your desire, and your aspiration.
John Mongo is the author of a book about to be launched titled God's Greatest Assets to Men. Let's now bring you our foreign development. Sexual harassment is a problem for women who work at the African Union Commission. An internal investigation has found the inquiry was instigated in May, and it invited all staff members who had cases of complaints to come forward for a confidential interview. The investigation committee found almost unanimous confirmation of sexual harassment in the evidence of the interviewees. An AU statement says, according to interviewees, the young women are exploited for sex in exchange for jobs. The investigation found that those most vulnerable to such exploitation were short-term staff, youth volunteers, and interns. Those responsible positioned themselves because it said these staff are well positioned to make believable promises to young women that there will be offered contracts. It continues. And two prominent opposition politicians from the Democratic Republic of Congo have said they are teaming up to challenge for the presidency in next month's elections. Felix Tshisekedi, the son of Etienne Tshisekedi, who died last year after spending decades in opposition, will be a presidential candidate with Vital Kamerhe as his running mate. The two men who made the announcement in Kenya had previously agreed to back in unity candidate Martin Fayulu in an effort to defeat the man chosen by the governing party Emmanuel Ramazani Shadari. Analysts say the opposition's failure to stick with one candidate is likely to play into the hands of the governing party. Long-delayed elections are scheduled to take place in DR Congo on December 23 when President Joseph Kabila, in power for 18 years, will step down. Well, that does it from the foreign scene. Let's now recap our major stories we have been following on a program Lntv News Live. President George Manawiya commissions 4 circuit court judges, challenges them to be independent. Amid rumors of closure, Phoebe Hospital Medical Director denies reports but says the facility is short of goods and services, especially drugs. Ongoing investigation into alleged electoral irregularities delays the release of final results from Sano County. And away from Liberia, internal investigation reveals sexual harassment is a problem for women who work at the African Union Commission. Well, this is how we come to the end of the program Lntv News Live. Many thanks to you all for your viewing role. Many thanks to all of our reporters, correspondents, technicians, switchers, and editors for making this package of sources. Lntv News Live is a production of the television department of the Liberia Broadcasting System. This program comes on every Monday to Friday with the early edition at 10 to 10:30 in the morning and the late edition at 8 to 8:30 in the evening. On behalf of the entire television team of the Liberia Broadcasting System, my name is Zokwe Beslo Kone. I've been anchoring this edition. Goodbye for now.